In 1982, in a small town far from the eyes of the world, 7 little girls lived a life that no child should ever know. They were abandoned, left behind by circumstances they never chose. Some had lost their parents to illness, some to poverty, and others to the cruelty of people who simply could not care for them. Their world was filled with hunger, fear, and loneliness. Each day felt like a battle, and each night ended with silent tears. But fate, as it often does, had other plans. A man named Thomas, who himself had grown up in hardship, came across their story. He was not wealthy, not famous, and certainly not the kind of man people expected to become a hero. He was a simple carpenter who believed in hard work, honesty, and the quiet strength of love. Thomas had no children of his own and no wife to share his life with. But when he saw those 7 little girls, he felt something he had never felt before, a sense of responsibility, a pull deep within his heart that told him, "These children need you." In that moment, Thomas made a decision that would change all of their lives forever. He adopted the 7 girls. People in the town whispered behind his back. Some said he was crazy. Others said he would never manage it. After all, how could one man raise 7 daughters on his own? But Thomas didn't listen to the voices of doubt. He listened only to the voices of those 7 girls who, for the first time in their young lives, called someone father. The early years were not easy. 7 growing children meant 7 hungry mouths to feed, 7 pairs of shoes to buy, 7 sets of school books, and endless responsibilities. There were nights when Thomas went to bed hungry, just so his daughters could eat. There were winters when the house was cold, but he wrapped them in blankets and told them stories until they forgot about the chill. And there were times when he felt overwhelmed, but one look at the smiles of those girls reminded him why he had chosen this path. Slowly, the little family began to blossom. The girls found strength in each other, supporting one another through every struggle. They learned to cook, to clean, to share, and above all, to love. Thomas worked tirelessly, teaching them lessons not only in schoolwork, but in life. He told them that they were not abandoned, they were chosen. He reminded them every day that their value was not measured by where they came from, but by who they chose to become. Years passed, and the 7 girls grew. Each of them discovered her own talents, her own passions, her own path. One became a teacher, inspired by the patience and dedication of her father. Another became a nurse, determined to heal others the way life had healed her heart. A third became an artist, painting the memories of their small, struggling home into masterpieces that spoke to thousands. The others followed their dreams too. One went into law, one became a writer, one started a business, and one devoted herself to helping children who, like her younger self, had been forgotten. Through all of their successes, they never forgot the man who had given them a chance. Thomas was there at every graduation, every wedding, every milestone. He may have been older, his hands worn from years of labor, but his pride shone brighter than ever. He had given them life, and now they gave him joy in return. Today, 43 years later, the 7 little girls are no longer little. They are women, strong, independent, and deeply bonded, not only by blood, but by love. Together, they created a legacy far greater than anyone in 1982 could have imagined. They often gather around Thomas, who is now an old man, his hair white, but his eyes still full of the same warmth. They sit with him, holding his hands, reminding him that he was never just a stranger. He was their father, their protector, and their miracle. Their story is one of hope, of resilience, and of the incredible power of love. It shows the world that sometimes family is not the one you are born into. It's the one you choose, and the one that chooses you. And so, when people ask those 7 women what became of the little girls from 1982, they smile. They say, "We became who we are because one man believed in us when no one else did." And that made all the difference.